Writer-director David Ayer, the same guy responsible for such LA crime thrillers as Training Day and End of Watch, comes his latest directorial effort, which takes place in 1945 Germany and follows an American tank squadron led by former Nazi scalper Brad Pitt. Not too long after one of their men dies in combat, the crew is given yet another dangerous mission to go on, and are sent a replacement soldier, played by Logan Lerman, who is sadly inexperienced in the eyes of war. So not only do we have Percy Jackson and Lieutenant Aldo Rain on board, but we also have former David Ayer regular Michael Pena, The Walking Dead's John Barenthal, and the one actor everybody loves to hate, Shia LaBeouf. But more on that later. As the film plays out, we see how extremely efficient these men are in the killing Nazi business.
And cousin, businesses are booming.
But at the same time, we also begin to realize just how horrible and animalistic these guys are as human beings, mostly due to the fact that they've been in this war for so long that it has now become their permanent lifestyle. This is easily one of the best looking war movies I've seen in quite some time. It's almost as if the filmmakers wanted to make a movie that took place in hell, but halfway through production, they decided to make it a World War II movie. One that also happens to be just as relentlessly violent, if not more so, than Saving Private Ryan. In fact, most of Fury's 2-hour and 17-minute running time is filled with nothing but Nazi and American soldiers getting brutally killed in some of the goriest ways imaginable. Seriously, I don't think I've ever seen a film that had this many decapitations by tank missiles in my entire life. It's f***ing awesome. But it all would have felt incomplete without the impeccable sound editing, which for me was the icing on the cake. Every gunshot and tank blast you hear in the film, it makes you feel like you're there in the action, which is all the more reason why you should see this on the big screen with a top-notch surround system. The performances are also great from all 5 of the main leads, the biggest standouts being Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf. Even though Pitt uses the same southern drawl he put on for Inglourious Bastards, he still manages to bring a lot of weight and depth into his role without going fully over the top and cartoonish like his previous World War II outing. But then again, that's just Brad Pitt for you, and we all know how great he can be sometimes. But many people tend to forget that about Shia LaBeouf, who here gives a very subdued and laid-back performance that I think will genuinely surprise a lot of naysayers out there. But like I said before, whenever the men are not turning Nazi soldiers into either roadkill or Swiss cheese, they can prove to be very difficult to like and admire, especially during the halfway point in the film where they partake in quite possibly the longest, most awkward and uncomfortable dinner table scene of all time. Now, I'm not saying the scene is completely unnecessary, it serves its purpose well, but out of everything else we've seen in the film, it does come across as the weakest aspect. Other than that, I still thought Fury was a terrific war picture packed with stellar performances, amazing visuals, and incredible battle sequences that'll leave you just as speechless as the dead Nazi soldiers they kill in the film. Even though it never quite manages to connect on an emotional level, it makes up for it greatly on a visceral one, which is more than enough for me to award Fury an 8.5 out of 10. With that said, our show is now concluded. I am the host, and I will see you next time on another Midnight Movie Madness.